Yeah, I'm just gonna let them know. I know it's out of the blue, so take your time. I'm working anyway. Yeah, I mean, this is my job.
100% it's your job.
Yeah, there we go. I'm working anyway. They don't need to reply for me for a while. But, yeah. Sorry, I don't want to get too into details because it's a little dark what's going on, but I want to make sure family's fine, so I am working to do that. With that said, Corndan, what are you doing here?
Well, I'm here to help out and provide the next experience for the grand finals.
You are, yeah. Everybody, no surprise.
See, we gave them 3 themes for this, right?
Yeah.
And I gotta scroll up to see what they are, because
yeah, go
so
for
we
it.
gave them the themes of vivid visuals, auditory assault, and religion.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, y'all need Jesus. And
it's true.
this time, right, for game 2, it was Okami's pick, and she picked the theme of religion. So what did they get? They got the New Testament.
Yeah, this one, the New Testament, a classic that I don't think has been on Kusogrand8 before, but it certainly has been on Big Bad Game-a-thon. Submissions for that, by the way, are going to be opening. I don't believe they're open yet, right?
They open July 1st.
July 1st.
So they'll be open the month of July.
Yeah, this has been run in BBG before, and it has been a fantastic time. Oh, who
two
ran
of us raced it in Big Bang.
Yeah, Big Bad Game-a-thon.
The 2 of us raced it, and we can tell you all about it, right? Maybe my Jesus is going to vibrate today.
Jesus might vibrate. Jesus might live. Jesus, it is Sunday. He might return. We'll see. Actually, probably not, because the game is not. It's longer than an hour.
Yep. So, right, the world record for this without the cheaty way, the cheaty way, you could beat it in 8 minutes. I'm not telling them how to do that.
Good.
The actual way and how I told them to do progress, right, takes like an hour 20, I think is world record. When I did it for my first full thing, my submission for Big Bad Game-a-thon was like an hour 30.
Yeah. It's honestly like fairly consistent when you're trying to play it for a game that's as much of a mess and a fever dream as it is. But
it is amazingly a fever dream. We'll talk about why some of that is, right, while this goes. Yes.
Yeah.
We'll talk about this when it goes.
I do want to say thank you so much, Mazian, for resubscribing as well. Again, huge thank you to Ubi and Taven today for those big gift subs that you gave.
What I'm going to tell everyone here while we're getting set up.
Yeah, go ahead and talk. But for those who are unfamiliar with what's happened so far, we are in the grand finals. The grand finals are the best 2 of 3. They have to play all 3 games per our rules. So even if Ferris, who won the first match, wins the second match, they will be playing a third one. So I love when we have games where there is a little bit of a comeback, though. There is a possibility that Okami could take this victory. And in fact, if we haven't gotten the predictions up in Twitch, we should do that. So y'all can use your wolf puppy, your ghost puppies, whatever. Ghost puppies, wolf puppies, puppies of any kind. Yeah, we've got the New Testament. Everybody, I love this game so much. Like, unironically. Actually, I'm not sure if it's unironic. Yeah, you know what? It's a very bizarre take on Christianity. I kind of love it.
It is. We'll talk about it as we go, right? Because it turns out, and I found this out through happenstance, it's a very specific weird take on Christianity.
Yeah, well, I'm telling them they can go ahead and do what they want for character creation. We might as well have different looking characters. I like that idea. It
won't hurt, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, there are only a few things that really matter on making a character, and they don't matter much, especially for what they're doing here. Height can make a bit of a difference, but again, it's really not going to affect what they're doing in the game.
Yeah, and height will matter, but only later and after.
I love this so much. This is going to be an experience, and we luckily do have referees who know what is supposed to happen and will be helping to track what is going on in the game. So I'm just waiting to see if the people can, or if they're both ready. And then after that, we'll do the countdown. Starting a tad bit early. It's the New Testament. You know, Jesus came early today. Hey, Ubi, thanks. Wait, you gave another gift sub? What the crap? Thank you. Generosity is just really, really nice. Okay, it looks like they are ready to go, so we're gonna be doing the countdown. Everybody, I need you to get your best Sunday emotes, okay? Anything, if you have any crosses, go ahead and share them. Actually, if you're not Christian and you have emotes of other religions, you can share those as well. Anything that looks like Jesus or anything that looks bad. We're doing the countdown right now. Best of luck to the players. The skull is as close as you have. I do not look like Jesus, okay? Arkrantz. And as soon as I see movement, I will start our timer.
All right. So I've told them, right, the way we're going to track this is I've told them that everywhere where there is a cross on your map, like where you are, there's a thing you have to do.
Yeah.
If you don't do the thing, the cross won't move. We're literally tracking what locations they go in what order.
Yeah. It looks like Okami already found John the Baptist. That is a great start. John's a good guy.
That is the first.
You can kick John the Baptist and he'll punch you back, but you know, he's a little. Okami, why did you grab a knife? Are you going after John the Baptist with a knife? It is the New Testament, so you can, but that's probably not what you want to do. Yeah, Corndan, the reason I started laughing at the very beginning here is because of this music. This music brings back so many memories. Okay, Okami has met real Jesus.
Has met Jesus. Yep.
Yeah, there's a faker out there, just FYI.
Where Ferris is going, I don't know. I told him there's a cross on the map.
Yeah, well, Ferris is backtracking already. Okay. I think Ferris was like, where am I on the map? And that's understandable. The game's a little bit confusing to start off. Okay, so Okami is learning about meditating, which is actually a very important thing, both in, well, actually more in the game, not necessarily a lot in the Bible.
So let's talk about this a little bit, right? Because for the best I can tell, right?
Yeah.
The sort of Christianity, let's say, right?
Yeah.
That's represented here is a weird group called the Self-Realization Fellowship.
Uh-huh.
And it's Christian but stuff, right?
Someone just took Ferris's bone. And there you go. Happy Sunday. Yeah.
There will be bones galore in this.
Yeah, it's like, there is Christianity in here, but it definitely wraps up a lot of different religions within the world of the New Testament. So, you're
100%.
Yeah, you're going to see things that you're like, I don't think that was in the Bible, and that's because it wasn't. It absolutely was not. However, Okami is also finding out that there are random events that happen. If you're running around with weapons, a guard might say, drop it. If you're running around with a bone, someone might say, can I have the bone? If you're running around if you're hugging too many people, you might get someone pregnant.
Oh, yeah, don't forget, we are boning people at that point in time.
Yeah, every time that you hug in this game, there is a chance that you... do they get pregnant? I'm trying to remember exactly.
Yes, you can get them pregnant.
Okay, so
you can even get Jesus pregnant.
I don't remember that part.
Well...
Okay, anyways, don't hug Jesus too tightly, everybody. That's what we're trying to say here. Oh no, yep. Ferris's character is named Jesus. Oh, okay, Ferris has decided to drop the sword in front of the guard. The thing is, you can pick it up again right away with no consequence.
Yep, so Ferris needs to find...
No, don't
Jesus.
fight John! Stop fighting John the Baptist, okay? Let's just say Okami is off to a pretty good start while Ferris is busy beating up John the Baptist. And
so that's pretty much par for the course for this game. Right, okay, so here's the thing. So let's talk about M. Dickey for a second, right? Because I love M. Dickey games. They're delightfully weird, right? In a way that...
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know how to describe it. They're just delightfully weird. And so, this game, you might be asking, why is it stuck in, like, square, areas, right? Well, because the rendering thing, and all he has to, by the way, all Ferris has to go do is go talk to Jesus, who's sitting by the bridge.
Yep. Jesus he's here. It's just Ferris is not going the places to find Jesus. You have to find
Correct.
Jesus to make progress. Have you found Jesus?
Right, so the fact that these are, like, laid out the way they are, right, is because the rendering engine is from his wrestling game. The character AI is from his Prison Break game.
Yeah.
So if you ever get to a room and everybody just starts beating the shit out of each other, and yes, I know, exclamation point swearing.
PG-13, it fits in there. You're good.
Right, like, but if you run into any situation, right, like that, yeah, it's because that's the AI that it's supposed to have. Also, I appreciate that these characters run, kind of like they're constipated.
Yeah. Okay, well...
Right, just look at Jesus when,
Yeah, they're definitely having some sort of gastrointestinal issues. Like, that's inevitable.
Yeah.
Well, I do want to thank our referees who are tracking this match. The referees for this match are Clades can turn water into pee given enough time. That, less miraculous.
That's an important power.
But it's important. Yeah, Redford, I know at least one person who can't do that. Yeah. Redford has used a floor banana to truly understand God. That is also very important. You may find a banana on the ground. You should eat it. There's also Not Electa. And finally, Linkura, touch me again and I'll kill you.
Also right.
Yeah, so thank you for helping to track this match. Apparently, this is a very special tracking sheet that we have here.
Yeah, so the way we're tracking this is the game is very linear. It's very open world, but it's very linear in what you want to do. So every time you see them go to a new area, you'll see that little map pop up when there's going to be a cross on it. It's going to be easier to see on Okami's screen than on Ferris's screen because they're running at different resolutions.
Yeah.
That's where you have to be. And when you get there, you have to do something, right? It's usually go talk to Jesus.
Yeah, usually it's find Jesus. If you're finding Jesus, you're making progress in the New Testament.
Right. And so, and then if they make progress and they see Jesus and then they go move on and the cross moves, right, you click the box.
Yeah. I will say, I appreciate how respectful they've been to Jesus so far. We haven't had any fist fights with Jesus. It's all just been talking. Sure, John the Baptist got a concussion, but
I think one of my playthroughs when I was prepping for the Big Bad Game-a-thon run, right, like near the end of the game when like Jesus and all of his followers together, like I'm pretty sure I watched Jesus like, you know, suplex John the Baptist.
I mean, kind of deserves it sometimes. I mean, I've heard Jesus yell pretty brutally. The thing is, like, most of the time, Jesus will say more pacifist things in the game, and it's actually really difficult or rare to get him to say anything that's not pacifist, but I do believe I've seen it happen, and it's pretty amazing when it does. Oh, Ferris has learned to meditate. Yeah, got it. Good.
So for people who are watching this and for Ferris and Okami, when you know, when they watch this back later, right? Basically, once you get the meditation spell, you can go beat the game. Because you can, you know, it's like a 50-50 shot at that point in time. Because you can go get crucified and then just pop off, right? Wiggle around until you pop off and then meditate until you can heal yourself.
Yep.
It is possible to do that, but not likely, which is why the world record's at 8 minutes.
Yeah, the great thing about that is that not only can you do that, well, in order to do that, what you have to do is get the meditation ability, go get essentially in enough trouble that they put you on trial, and then I believe it's a 1 out of 3 chance that it's an execution. It's either going to be you're released, they chop off your hand, or they execute you. Those are the 3 possibilities, and if you get executed, then that's where you can sequence break the game. Pop off the cross, Jesus is dead, bam, you get to go finish. However, everything else that's happening at this point is both of them just sort of figuring out the main mechanics. If you didn't know, in this game, the chakras are very important, as Jesus taught, obviously. So right now they're meditating, trying to reach the first chakra, and it looks like Ferris is getting it figured out. A lot of the times Jesus will unlock a new chakra ability, and you will need to activate it in order to make progress. Yeah.
You only really need like 1 or 2 to beat the game. Like I think you just need the heal one. Right. Everything else, there's a couple that are really useful. There's a bunch that just aren't. Yeah.
It's like for the main game, most of the abilities do not matter that much, but like you will unlock the ability to like make everybody angry or to make everybody peaceful. You don't ever get any cool battle abilities, though. That's unfortunate. The nail turned into a cup. Aha! Yeah, love that Jesus is like, well, it's clay in my hands. I'm like, it's a nail. That's not clay. What are you talking about? Different material.
And then boom, it's something else.
Yeah. So now we have managed to turn objects into a different object, or at least Jesus did. You do learn that ability here, which can be sort of useful in some situations because you've got multiple elements of the UI that will impact gameplay as they go. You've got health. If you run out of health, you're probably dead. You've got the sanity meter. You run out of sanity, and special things start to happen. People up. Yeah, you lose control of your character, who then goes and starts punching people. And finally, there's the sort of spiritual slash like almost the good slash evil scale. And doing good deeds will cause that to go up. Doing bad deeds causes it to go down. And you cannot perform miracles if you're too evil. So if they end up beating up too many people as they go from place to place, that will make it a lot more difficult to actually make progress. So Ferris did punch John the Baptist, which lost some of those meditation points, or some of those good points. Oh, there we go. Ferris making... I believe we made some wine. Yeah, baby.
We made some wine, and then Jesus just dropped some wine.
Oh, I think Ferris just got drunk off of the wine, though. Ferris, you were supposed to make the wine, not drink it. Yeah, and unfortunately, Ferris's meditation stuff is pretty far down. Now, the next location is fairly far away. That's why right now Okami is only one checkpoint ahead of Ferris because of the long run to get over to the next area. So Ferris has a banana, though. That's always good. And Jesus has a banana on Okami's screen. It's just bananas for days, everybody. Yeah, my favorite moment when we were doing the U Testament thing, Corndan, when we were racing
Vibrating Jesus.
Well, you had Vibrating Jesus. What I had was that my dude had both of his hands got cut off, and then he got crucified.
Yeah.
And then while he was crucified, they chopped off another hand. And
I don't know how.
And let me tell you, I don't think I've ever laughed that hard at a, like before or after. It was amazing. Oh, this mysterious music. Yeah, Okami trying to figure out exactly where to go and what to do, considering that it's not really clearly showing what Okami needs to do next.
And I am not going right, like, this game is not always clear, right?
Yeah, you gotta read what Jesus says. As it turns out, sometimes skipping dialogue in Kusogrand8 races will get you through faster, but in a game like this, you should learn fairly quickly that some of these lines of dialogue will instruct you what you need to do. So, hopefully Okami has learned that. Looks like Ferris is doing some meditation, trying to get enough points to actually perform a miracle. Oh no, Okami's getting punched in the face. Oh. Okay, nope, just gonna meditate. Okami not fighting. That's probably the best idea at this point. Someone's trying to kick Okami in the face, but...
Right, and that was the right thing to do.
Ah, there we go. Yeah, meditate, because this guy apparently is possessed of evil spirits and tries to come and kick you in the face. Jesus is like, nah, you're good, boy. Stop. Stop doing what you're doing. I do declare that... Why am I doing Foghorn Leghorn? I don't know.
And what's interesting is that actually, right, Ferris got that cutscene quicker. So Ferris is catching up. Right?
Yeah. Oh no, Jesus just did something with the guard? They hugged. This is a scandal. Christianity is going to fall apart because of this.
Yes.
Yeah, Ferris has made up a lot of ground, but when you're going to be trying to perform some of the higher level miracles, having such a low faith gauge is very problematic. It takes time to restore faith.
Yep.
Yeah,
But you can go sit with Jesus, and that usually
that restores
helps.
the
Eating
faith
food
quite a
helps.
bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's pro strat for y'all. Go sit with Jesus. Okay. Oh, it looks like Okami has learned Jesus' pro skill of hypnosis. Yeah. Know why he had so many followers? Because Jesus
Yeah, you
might have
can
been a
just pull-
vampire. They were his thralls. I mean, I know that people
Possible.
argue that Jesus was a zombie, but zombies were essentially proto-vampires anyway. I mean, vampires originally were basically zombies. But yeah, that's my argument. He's a vampire. That's why it's very cloudy outside.
I mean, makes sense.
Yeah. You don't want to run around and, you know, get burned by the sun. Okay. Okami just trying to figure out where to go.
I mean, the
or
thing tells him
accidentally
go to
running.
Nazareth.
He might accidentally be running back, or she might be running back and forth between these areas on accident, which is very
It's
easy to
possible.
do. Yeah, and Ferris may actually be in the lead because I see on
Ferris
the
is in the lead.
checkpoint, yeah, that Ferris has done Nazareth.
Yep. Now Ferris needs to go talk to Jesus because y'all need Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, Ferris made some big mistakes early on, punching John the Baptist, but, you know, as it turns out, sometimes you can fix things after you make mistakes like that. Blessed is the womb that bore him. Please don't talk about wombs. Stop imagining. Okami, get out of here. Go to Cana, okay? There we go. Progress by Okami. Perfect. You can say blessed be the womb that bore him. You can't say
Sure.
blessed be the dick that... Okay, anyways, you can't.
Well, you can't because there wasn't one.
It depends on who you ask. Yeah,
Not
depending on,
asking
yeah,
Joseph
depending on
Smith.
the, yeah. Yeah, Mormonism's a little bit weird at times. Anyways, back to something a little more wholesome, the New Testament. Oh, Ferris, Jesus, please heal my diseased flesh. Oh no, everybody called it. We've got Jesus and we've got Yesus on the left. It looks like leprosy has been cured. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, one thing that actually can be a really big risk is if they... Okay, Okami got told that she needs to sit down because it's night. That's right. In this game, you're not allowed to sit during the day. You're not allowed to stand at night. They're considered crimes. If you're caught, the guard tells you to do the opposite. And if you don't, then the guard will fight you and possibly put you in jail. So, yeah, actually listening to the guards, at least for a minute or so, is a good idea, and then just continue on.
Now, you all might be asking yourselves, hey, where can I go get this game? Well, it turns out a remaster of this in 2 dimensions instead of 3 is on Steam for $3.
Yeah, the two-dimensional one is fascinating.
To route it out.
Oh, I will always support him. Yeah.
Right, the two-dimensional one is weird, right? It's basically the same idea, right? With 2 dimensions. I haven't routed it out for speedrunning yet, though.
Yeah. Now, obviously, you've seen the name M. Dickey pop up quite a bit. M. Dickey, the developer of this game, also made a lot of wrestling games, and that's why you get to see so much combat in this. They weren't necessarily good wrestling games, but
but they're fun, right? I mean, they're not quality, right? I mean, they have a certain quality to them. They are not like, you know, WWE sort of like, you know, fancy whatever. Like they are, you know, to his credit, right? I mean, he has gotten better over the years, right? I mean, this game is old, right? I think it's like 2008, right? You know, the 2D remaster came out like 5 or 6 years ago on mobile, right? And
yeah,
again this year on PC, and it's definitely better. Like, you know, but I appreciate M. Dickey stands behind everything he does, right? In that sort of sense.
Yeah.
Right, and most, I don't think completely, but mostly a one-man shop, right? I think like he developed, you know, most of the graphics. I think he developed the game engines and all of that. Obviously, I'm not going to say it's exactly like a one-man show, but it's probably pretty close.
Oh, Jesus is going ham on Ferris's screen. That's right. Take that, guards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is the Jesus in the temple with the whip. Why did you lash out at those people? Don't think that I've come to bring peace. I might be a serpent that doesn't bite, but I do hiss. Hiss. That's right. That's what Jesus is doing over there. Getting a little hissy boy. Yeah, I'm honestly, it takes a lot of work to put together any game. You know, even if you already have an engine built for a game, you got a lot of work going into putting this together. And this is so different from any of the previous games that M. Dickey made that I find it truly fascinating. Like, oh, look at the little person by Ferris. Just like,
okay,
you can be that tall in this game. Yeah.
Ferris has to go give like Jesus like his, you know, thing, right? You can just go find whatever you want.
Yeah. So Ferris just went and found the cheapest thing possible, which is fine because everybody will still say, oh, you're sacrificing this stupid thing. If you found a banana, they're like, oh, all you brought to sacrifice was a banana? How dare you bring banana? And then Jesus chews them out. Banana. I appreciate the clue information here. It was Jesus in the temple with the whip. You know,
I mean, yes.
Yeah. Part of me understands that if you go into a holy place and start whipping people, they're not going to like that very much.
Or they're going to like it a lot.
Okay, but yeah, Jesus dies at the end of this story, corndan. I'm gonna say, like, if you don't want people to come after you, don't go into a holy place and whip them.
Look, Jesus died doing what he loves.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, maybe that's a controversial take. I don't know how many people consider. I don't know. Ferris is busy talking to a guy on a cross. That's fun. Oh no, the child's there. Very hairy child, but okay. Don't zoom in on the boobs there, Okami. If we, I love this game, corndan.
Well, you know, This game is it's a thing.
Meditate on seventh chakra.
Legitimately, like when I first saw it, I'm just like, what? Right? And now knowing that it's probably like, you know, the SRF,
yeah,
right, you know, kind of thing. So it's like weird Christianity with like meditation and all of this. I'm like, okay, I totally get this now, right? I get what he's trying to do, right? I get what he's buying into.
Yeah.
It's right. I get the idea, and I love the thing of like, okay, right, you know, let me reuse all of the things I have developed, right?
Yeah. And one thing that I really appreciate is that, you know, this doesn't follow some specific rules for like a way to view religion, but it really combines a whole bunch of different beliefs and such into this world. And
yeah,
it's something that I've never seen before.
Yes, as I said, it is.
Yeah,
you know, but all of it is interesting. So Clades is doing what I think I did in this. You got to get some money to let Jesus out, right?
What did you do for that?
You can just transmute like your object until you get some money.
Yep, definitely the way to go.
Yep.
So you're you know, maybe that's another possible crime, forging money. So you've got whipping people in a sacred place. We've got turning a banana into money, and you know, that wasn't made by the Romans. Given to Caesar what is Caesar's, that's not Caesar's. Did Caesar make bananas? No. He doesn't get the banana. What are these creepy laughs that I hear in my ears occasionally? I like it, but...
I don't know. It's totally like...
Whoa. By the way, MDeki actually has an itch page and has a little information about the game, saying 10 years before it became the most popular game of its kind ever made. I can't disagree there. The 3D original...
I mean, that may be true, yeah.
The 3D original of my biblical epic was condemned as the quote-unquote worst game ever made. I had always engaged with religion through entertainment like movies, music, and books, and never quite understood why interactive games had to be left out of the loop. I passionately believed there was a good game to be made about this fascinating period, and these were my first steps towards making it palatable, not just for myself, but as a canary in the coal mine for whoever else might want to broaden the horizons of the genre. As with all my 3D adventures, it was harder to depict... Okay, thank you for the scream. It was harder to depict sprawling outdoor environments in this format, but it was my best attempt yet. Featuring malleable terrain littered with plants and trees, the relentless criticism didn't do justice to how difficult it was to create a 3D RPG on this scale and find creative ways to tell a complicated story. And that really sums it up pretty well.
I don't disagree with that statement, right? It's still definitely one of the worst religious games out there, right? But I don't hate, like, there's a charm to it that I actually very much appreciate.
Yeah, like, it actually... It's really fun to just, like, hop into the game and, not necessarily just go from point A to point B, but interacting with various things, seeing what you're able to do, makes it very interesting because, you know, the game doesn't just have to focus on the linear story that we're getting during this race here. You know, you can go and get a wife. You can go and cheat on your wife. You can
with Jesus.
With Jesus. You can go to prison. You can't actually murder anyone, but you can die. You can also make guards really angry because you are not sitting down at night. There we go. Okami getting told to sit down. Okami doing the correct thing, sitting down for 1 second and then continuing on the journey.
Yep.
I love this game.
That is... So the fact that this does not come up, I did not know that M. Dickey's actually a religious teacher, outside of being a game dev, but you know what? Honestly, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, we actually get a little bit of insight into, you can't guarantee that like this really resembles completely everything that he thinks, but it still gives a little bit of an insight into how he doesn't just have one narrow view of religion, but has it broader, bridging various religions together. And there's so much in this world. Hey, welcome to my Sunday sermon. I'm gonna give it to y'all. There's so many religions that say I'm the only one, I'm the only correct one, that just having some form of unity, some form of coherence, some sort of ties together is refreshing. I think it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pastor Brosencha? No, Brosencha's an elder.
Yeah. And then I left the religion before they could say that I'm not. Here's the deal, okay? Even though I'm not religious, what I'm gonna say is that if somebody gives you the power of God, who are they to say that you don't have it anymore, huh?
Osama is out of control.
Osama, stop it. Okay, I think Osama took a chill pill. Good. No, don't beat up Jesus! No, Ferris, help! Oh, Jesus is dizzy. Okay, there we go. He's got a black eye, but I think he's gonna be okay. Good.
He's gonna be fine. I don't think you can actually kill Jesus in this game. I mean, besides, you know, when he's supposed to.
Well, I think that there are very few people who can actually die in this game, and that's at very specific times.
It's mostly you.
In the game. Yeah, you can die. Jesus does die. I'm sorry for those who haven't done the reading before the show, but spoilers, he does die.
No, I'm okay with spoilers. It is a 2,000-year-old book.
I thought you were talking about how old the game was.
If this is a game based on the book.
It's true. You know, you think the book was better? I'm not sure. It didn't make me laugh as much.
The book was more exciting.
I don't know. The book had stuff like, hey, I'm going to talk about these weird trees, and then, oh, talents. Hey, don't bury a talent. And it's like, I can't bury a talent, dude. Come on, Jesus.
Okay, so Roar is asking, what's the goal of this game? And you're living and getting the life of Jesus.
Yeah, the goal for the players is to progress the story of the game. The game is very linear where you're supposed to go and what you're supposed to do. But even, like, despite that, we've still had some lead changes, like, just based off of the players trying to figure out what they need to do. Okami needs to get Jesus out of jail.
And Okami, because Okami didn't do a lot of the reading of the dialogue, doesn't know, she might not know that she needs to get money.
And
she might not know that she can transmute money.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen Okami actually transmute anything in this game. Now, a question, because we had the different categories that the players could choose between, wasn't it Okami who chose
Okami chose
religion? Okay, Ferris chose big motors, Okami chose religion. Yeah, this
and then
is...
Ferris will get to choose the third one.
This is technically Okami's fault, which is fine. Oh. Uh-oh. The guard doesn't want Okami sitting around. Okay. Yep, it's a crime to sit down during the day.
Oh, yeah, because it's daytime. Yeah. You gotta go do work now.
Yeah. And I do think Okami is going to struggle figuring out what to do at this point. Probably because of missing some of the reading there. We'll see. We'll see if Okami can... Okay, grabbing an item. What you really should do now is hug that person and then change the dagger into gold.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh
Okami, are you trying to murder somebody to free Jesus? I mean, that's cool and all. What are you doing with that dagger, Alan? Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Okay, Okami has a rock. Good. The unfortunate thing about Okami beating up the guard a little bit is that... Oh, not far enough away. Looks like Ferris has learned how to fly. I'm so glad that Jesus has taught that. Oh, I think this is my favorite part, if I'm not mistaken. I think this is when the good power gets learned. Okay. Okay. Eat your apple, Okami. Good. Good.
Transmute that apple into gold.
Yeah.
Please. I want you to make progress. There is progress to be made.
It did take a little while for Ferris to do this, so, you know, it's understandable that it's a little bit of a wall, but...
Oh, 100%, right?
Yeah.
Like, my blind playthrough, like, this was my wall, too. You know, this is not me laughing and pointing, someone can figure it. No, this is really hard.
Yes!
If you're not paying attention to the text...
I want to pay attention to the lines, Corndan. Look at Ferris's screen. It's so good.
So I want to point out in the 2D version of this game, when you get that power, it shows you Java code.
Oh, I don't know if I've ever made it that far. Okay, that's fun.
And so to answer chat, Ubi, there are women in this game. You can play as one. They're just not very many, but you can do that. And then if you hug people, you can get pregnant.
Yep. I love the question in chat. What do you mean it shows you Java code?
I mean it changes the background to like a screenshot of, right, like M. Dickey's programming environment.
Yeah. I mean, it gets a little bit meta. Which, to be fair, Jesus gets a little bit meta. He's like, hey, y'all, I'm gonna die here. Hey, y'all, you know, you're gonna deny me in like a few pages here, Peter. You know? And then Peter does, and then he's like, ah, crap, Jesus said I was gonna do that. Yeah. So I can appreciate getting meta. Okay, Okami trying to assault another Roman here.
It's the same Roman.
Yeah, that's fair. It looks like the Roman didn't have to do too much in order to knock Okami down, just essentially... Oh, stomping. Uh-oh. This could be dangerous. Okami losing a lot of health. You don't want to die in this game. Like, unironically, if you die in the game, I think it deletes your saves, Corndan.
I don't think it does.
Well, we're gonna find out right now. Oh, no, Okami is still alive. Sliver of health. As long as this person just wants a hug and doesn't... Oh, nope. Okami, you can stand up. Yeah, you're barely alive, but... Oh, that's not good. Well, let's see what happens, because this may actually be the end of the race.
Hi. I'm guessing that's Winchester, right, in chat, right, on, you know, from Roar.
Who's the cat?
Yeah. Who's this cat?
I love it. Ah, kitty. Yeah, well, we got the credits. Okay. There we go. Okami fast forwarding.
Yeah.
Yep. The save
sure
gets
did.
deleted. The run is basically over.
Well, it is definitely a thing now, yeah. I mean, at this point in time, there is not going to be a difference. I think we could almost call it at this point.
Yeah, I think that we'll go ahead and call it then, because that is a decision. Indeed.
Yeah, there's no way Okami is getting to the Nazareth Flood at this point in time.
Okay, I'm calling it. That is time. That is it, everybody. The match is over, and Ferris manages to get a second win in a row. Welcome to the brutality of the Bible, everybody. Well, I'm going to welcome them in to come and chat, because it is time for us to talk about the experience of this game. Ferris, 2 wins under the belt. That is enough to take the grand finals. But with that said, hello there, Okami. We're bringing Ferris in as well. There we go. I believe I have you both. Hello there. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Hello, happy Sunday.
Yeah,
What
welcome.
was I supposed to do on the screen that I was looking for?
So you needed to give him money, right, to pay for Jesus's fines.
All right.
Yep, I
And you
believe
could
that
do
the
that
guard
by going to
says-
get an item and transmuting it into money.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably you can technically find money elsewhere, but transmuting it is the easiest way to do it. Ferris, did they say... I know that you did it. I think that you might have taken a little while to do it, but was there dialogue that talked specifically about paying the guard? What exactly?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the god said, just bring me gold and pay Jesus is fine. I tried to transmute, I couldn't find it in time, so I remembered there was gold on the previous screen, so I just ran back there.
Ooh, remembering the location of gold. That
right.
is very helpful there.
Yeah, a lot of my approach for the match was, since for the most part it was find the one NPC to talk to until your quest marker goes to a different square on the map.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
That was the approach.
You gotta talk to Jesus.
Yeah, and
Talk to Jesus.
that was successful. I think for the first while there, you were definitely in the lead, but then there were a few instances where it was very clear that you were a little bit confused about what to do, and Ferris, during those sections, started making up more time, and yeah, that guard, especially at the jail, was definitely the nail in the coffin. Mind you, I love that you punched him, okay?
Yeah.
I'm glad.
My approach
I
then
hate
was
that guy.
punch the guard, steal the key. Because since you can't see the dialogue again, if there was something in the dialogue, I couldn't look over it again.
Yeah,
So I just,
the brutality of
Yeah.
bad games.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I very specifically started speed reading because I had a hunch that it was going to be a make sure you bring me wine or something specific and I was like, I don't want to miss that.
Yeah.
That's like a deal breaker.
Sort of, I think that one of the early points where it's like, oh, I kind of need to read what's going on is when he asks you to turn, or when you're supposed to turn something into wine. Because, you know, if you don't read, you're gonna get stuck. But then you still notice, oh, I have these powers here. I can go ahead and use it in order to do something. And as soon as you start gaining those powers, it's really there's a lot more to do than just running from point A to point B. Considering, Ferris, you learned how to fly, you got to see the real world. How was the real world?
Oh yeah, the plot twist that legitimately caught me off guard. Actually, genuine surprise. Was not expecting that.
Yeah.
That was... Yeah.
The first time that I saw the real world in this game, I laughed so hard. It was amazing. And like the way that Jesus's eyeballs look in the real world is just beautiful. Now,
it's the best.
One thing that I do want to say is that at the beginning, like Okami, you were very much on top of what was going on. Ferris, why did you punch John the Baptist?
Okay, so I was trying to find...
You say that like you wouldn't do the same thing, Brossentia.
I have done that.
I was looking for the talk button. I didn't realize there was no talk button, and it turns out I stole his stuff and then punched him in the face. Whoops.
I'm like, okay, I thought that you were purposefully punching him, but it's even better that you weren't, that you're just like, I'm trying to talk to John, but I keep punching him. And then, yeah, the thing is, John doesn't let it go. He tries to destroy you.
So, one thing that didn't come up in this, but you could see it, right? After you punched John the Baptist, you were wanted in that area. So if you had gone back there, and there's a Roman soldier there, you would have been arrested.
Oh yeah, I tried to.
And then it's like a 50-50 on whether or not you'll be released. And then if you might go into jail, in which case you can't do anything, you're going to die, right? Or you might be crucified. And I highly recommend looking up the crosswarp speedrun because it's amazing.
Yeah, the speedrun uses cross abuse in order to finish the game super quickly. It's ridiculous. Like technically there would be enough time for Okami to not only get like into the game and beat it, but you have to know exactly what you're doing in order to do that. You got to learn how to meditate, because meditation helps you get off the cross. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm saying that world record for this game was just under 9 minutes.
Oh yeah, it's fast.
And it was done like only a couple months ago.
Amazing.
Yeah, I still have a lot of love for this game. Like, for a Christian game, it's a little bit weird to have chakras and such. I don't know. Do you two have any insights into or any thoughts about what it was doing with religion here? We talked a little bit about that during the match.
I mean, based on what I'm hearing about it, it definitely is some form of satire on religion.
It's not.
I don't think it is.
No, this is an earnest game.
I was judging based on what you were telling me about what Ferris got to.
Yeah.
No.
Well, that's a little bit of a like breaking the fourth wall kind of thing is what I would say. I don't want to spoil the real world for Okami just in case you want to return and find it, because the real world is beautiful.
Nah, I'm good with not going to the real world.
Okay, it shows everything in wireframes and shows everything as polygons.
Did you accidentally keep hugging people?
I only did that once.
You can get in trouble for hugging too much.
I definitely hugged a few people, and they immediately punched me after the hug was done.
You can get people pregnant if you hug them too much.
Yeah, I was somebody just DM'd me about that in DMs.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
If you play a female protagonist, you can get pregnant by Jesus.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Like not even remotely kidding.
Yeah. Like, the thing is, most of the time Jesus doesn't get angry about things. There are a few things, I think occasionally you can sort of get the game to break its code. Like, I've punched him and him just be disappointed in me. But there are times that he's like, I'm gonna kill you. It's like,
I've watched him suplex John the Baptist.
Amazing. So we bring up the fact that, like, Jesus knows he's in a video game? Like,
yes.
That's Jesus is Sans Undertale. How do we deal with this?
He could, oh my god, he kind of is Sans Undertale. Well, I mean, Sans Undertale does kind of do a lot to protect, and yeah, I've never beaten the Sans. He's OP. Well, I do want to say congratulations, Ferris, on the win here. Going 2-0, that does cement you as the Kusogrand8 Grand Champion, but we still do have one more game coming up for you two that we will have at a later time because, I want to see if it's going to be a clean sweep or if Okami is going to be able to steal one out of this. I think you can, Okami. I've got faith.
Maybe. That's how last year went. It was 2-0 going into the last game, and I at least managed to win the last one at the tournament.
Yeah, vengeance should be yours.
Which also means 2 years in a row where I end in second.
Hey, second is really good.
Second out of like 200 and some people this year is pretty good.
Yeah. Like, with that many people, you should feel good about yourself, Okami, because you kicked some major butt. I don't feel good about myself, but that's mostly because it's like 85 degrees here. I'm still wearing a hoodie for some reason.
That's fair enough.
87, my phone says.
Yeah. Well, it does look like I've been talking to some people about the possibility of doing some practice for repo. We're not going to be doing that tonight, but we'll probably have some during the week, so I will let people know on the upcoming Saturday night. We are doing the repo run for Power Up with Pride. I recommend you all watch this weekend. Friday through Sunday, I believe, should be the days. It's going to be a great time, and the repo run will be a lot of fun. Okami, what would you like to plug? What would you like to shout out?
Well, as per usual, I'd like to plug Retro Book Club, which signups are open for if you want to jump in for that. We host it every Friday night. We have a group of people each pick out a game, and we just play them casually. I gave out a Kusogrand8 classic last week in the form of Red Zone for Genesis.
Oh, that's a nightmare.
Oh.
Because one of the people who was in the group for last week was like, I'm very fascinated about games that do a lot of technically impressive stuff, and Red Zone is a game that does a lot of technically impressive stuff. But it was also my first time. Go on.
And it's a terrible game. It's amazing.
I like it, but that's also in part because it has a really good soundtrack. It was also, last week was my first time getting to play Twinkle Star Sprites, which I had seen before, but never got a chance to play.
Oh, good.
Twinkle Star Sprites is a fun time.
Yeah. Outside of that, I finally got all 50 cherries in UFO 50, so I'm free from UFO 50.
Nice.
Yeah.
I have 0.
I've got a cherry or two.
Just now I get to do some other fun things on Wednesdays. This week I'm going to be doing a Scooby-Doo Mystery for Super Nintendo, and I think the week after I'm going to look at a PS2 game called Graffiti Kingdom, which I remember playing as a kid, but didn't play too far into.
I've heard of it, but I don't know anything about it. I assume with a name like Graffiti Kingdom, it's probably not great.
What I remember about it is it's more or less a 3D version of Drawn to Life. That's what I remember about it anyway, and I could be entirely wrong on that.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I might have to check that out. Well, good. What about you, Ferris? What's going on? What would you like to plug or shout out?
Well, on my own stream, I've been playing Onimusha 2, and that's been very fun. I love me some... I love me any...
The Resident Evil basement music started playing.
That's
That's
the way to
beautiful.
cap off the tournament.
I do love every single Capcom attempt to make Resident Evil 4. They're all interesting in their own way.
Yeah.
And I want to thank you for having me for Kusogrand8. This was my first tournament, and yeah, here I am. Thank you.
Here's a little thing in my predictions I had. When I saw the bracket, and I saw in a bunched up group of, it was Triscor, Ferris, Poltergeist, and Mifa. In my mind, I'm thinking, okay, whichever of those four survives the winner's bracket is at worst making it to the finals, and I was on point about that.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And honestly, you know, part of Kusogrand8, even with the grand finals, sometimes you get games that jive with you and sometimes you don't. There is no shame at all. Just celebration. And I celebrate everybody who has played over this past year, and I don't even know how long this has been going, a little too long. But with that said, we do require the final game in order to officially crown a victor. So if we happen to get a game that is so insufferable that Ferris explodes, Okami, you will get the title. But that's probably, I don't imagine an explosion happening, but you never know.
I don't know, maybe
I
I'll
am a
go break
robot.
some bombs on Ferris's house. This is not a threat.
Nope.
Let me make that clear.
Okay, thank you. No threats here. That is not gonna happen. That's okay, we can get a restraining order if needed. With that said, thank you.
I think you already have a few against me.
Yeah, I hope you really enjoyed the signatures. I put a lot of work into that.
I'm so appreciative of that, bro.
Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and raid Willard J. Bradley again. I'll be back during the week. I'll let people know on Discord and Blue Sky. And when we have our very last match, I will have signups for Kuso9, because that will be coming up. We usually take a month or two break, so not a huge rush, but we will start letting people know about that. Okay. Well, thank you. Do we have a good raid message? Was there anything interesting from this game?
I mean, there were a lot of interesting things for this game, but I don't remember any of the quotes.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the dialogue, but I kind of skipped through
Don't
it.
hug Jesus. Let's go say that. That's our message. Don't hug Jesus, okay? Go tell Willard about the dangers. Well, you don't have to tell Willard that it's dangerous. Just say don't do it. Okay. See you all later on, especially for the very last match between you two. Take care, friends. Have a great rest of your Sunday.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Corndan.
Hi.